All right, what's up, everybody? We're back with another edition of Everyday Hoops. Hope you guys are having a good one. Today, we're going to be recapping Game 2 of the NBA Finals. Celtics Mavericks. Celtics are up 2-0, and this one might be over already. I don't want to say definite, but we'll get into it here in today's video. Thank you guys for the views on the videos and the shorts recently. I really appreciate it. If you do like the content around here, consider subscribing, turn notifications, do all stuff like that. I'd really appreciate it. It really helps out a lot. Join the membership. If you want to learn more about the membership, there's a video on my channel explaining all of it. You can go back and watch that. Link to my Twitter, TikTok, stuff like that, description down below. And yeah, don't waste any more of your time. Let's get right into it. So, game 2 of the finals, a lot to talk about. Of course, we go quarter by quarter here, explaining things. So, first quarter, Luka comes out hot. Luka comes out with a vengeance in the first quarter after being questionable with kind of a body injury, I want to say, like a rib, something like that injury. 13 points in the first quarter, 5 for 7, hits a 3, gets to the free throw line, 2 for 4 from the free throw line. And it's like, okay, Kyrie has 8 points in the first quarter. They combine for 21 of the 28 Maverick points. And it's like, oh, okay. Like, oh, okay, here we go. PJ Washington's a couple shots. For Boston, they shoot 1 for 9 from 3, 11%. The only one was Al Horford at the end of the quarter, hit a 3-pointer. They shot 36% from the field, but they were 10 for 10 from the free throw line. They were being aggressive. Kristaps Porzingis had a couple free throws. Sam Hauser, Jrue Holiday, Derek White. So they were getting to the free throw line. And Dallas also missed 5 free throws in the first quarter. Dallas was 4 for 9 from the free throw line in the first quarter, 44%. Luka missed 2. Darren Gafford missed both his free throws. Josh Green missed a free throw. Well, Boston went 10 for 10, which is a huge discrepancy right there in terms of makes. They made 6 more free throws, and they're only down 3 points. Porzingis comes out hot, 8 points in the first quarter, continuing what he did last game. Jrue Holiday hits a couple shots to start the game. But Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown combined for 2 points in the first quarter on 1 for 7 shooting. So it's like, all right, but Dallas has the lead. We go to the second. Dallas starts out hot again. Luke has 10 more points in the quarter. Derrick Jones has 7 points. But then Boston comes out. Jrue Holiday was huge in this quarter, 11 points, 4 rebounds, 5 for 6 in the field. This whole game, he's amazing. But just being in the paint, like he only had 1 3. It was a lot of being in the paint. He was in the dunker spot a lot in this game, and it was going really well. Like he was down in the dunker spot, getting easy layups, easy cuts, doing stuff like that. Jaylen Brown had a couple of shots. Tatum started to get going. Tatum had 7 assists in the second quarter. Boston shot 60% from the field, only 2 for 6 from 3, 33%, while Dallas shot just 45% from the field, 2 for 8 from 3, 25%, and 1 for 2 from the free throw line. They got rebounded 13-7, out assisted 10-6 as well. So Boston comes back in the second quarter. They start playing hard. First half, Boston shoots just 3 for 15, 20% from 3. But Boston was 4 for 13, 30%, and Boston was 13 for 13 from the free throw line. Dallas was 5 for 11. While they shot about the same amount percent from the field. So really the big difference was the free throws. Boston had 8 more free throws in the first half than Dallas. And that's how Boston led by 3 going into the second half. Jrue Holiday in the first half, 17 points, 7 for 9 from the field. Kristaps Porzingis had 10 points. And got away with Jason Tatum having just 2 for 9, 5 points in the first half, but he had 8 assists. For Dallas, Luke had 23, Kyrie had 10. The duo combined for 33 points in the half. And it was like, all right, first half, Jrue Holiday was great. Luka was great. Kyrie had a couple shots. Still down 3, which was really, really a big telling part. Was I feel like Dallas played as good in the first half as they could have. They weren't really going super in on Jason Tatum, doubling off Jason Tatum a whole lot, even though he did have 8 assists. He was making great plays. Boston wasn't hitting their threes. Luka came out hot. I feel like almost everything went Dallas's way, yet they're still down going into the second half, which is a big telling point. And then we get to the third quarter. Tatum starts to hit some shots. He has 8 points. Jaylen Brown has 7 points. Jrue Holiday continues to be great with 6 points. Boston shoots 44% from the field. Only 3 for 15 from 3 again in the third quarter. Still not hitting threes. 4 for 5 from the free throw line. For Dallas, Luka had just 6 points. Kyrie 0 for 3, 2 points. Dallas shoots 47%, 2 for 9 from 3, 5 for 6 in the free throw line. They get out rebounded 12 to 11, including 4 offensive rebounds. Get out assisted as well. They also have 4 turnovers in the quarter. Luka has a couple bad turnovers. In the second half in general, he did. Kyrie Irving can't get anything going, and Boston outscores Dallas 29-23 again, which is the same score in the second quarter in the third quarter. And also Payne Pritchard hit that crazy half-court three-pointer. That was big. And then we get to the fourth quarter, and Boston just kind of takes over the game, Dallas has a horrible shooting quarter, 9 for 20, 0 for 4 from 3. In the fourth quarter was Dallas. While Boston was 8 for 20, 4 for 9 from three. The three started falling. Derek White had a couple threes. Joe Holiday had a three. Jaylen Brown had a three. And for Dallas, Kyrie Irving, 4 points, 2 for 5. Luka, 3 points, 1 for 6. They come out for 7 points in the fourth quarter. And Boston just starts to really hammer out on the defense. The defense was really, really good. Luka Doncic had some bad turnovers that led to easy shots for the Celtics, and the Celtics just kind of blew the game open. And Dallas went on just like a cold stretch in the middle of the fourth quarter. But they did try to make it back. The last 2 minutes, they started ball. They got to like a 5-point game. PJ Washington does a dunk, but then they see the controversial play on Twitter. Jaylen Brown kind of pushed him a little bit in the back, and Jaylen Brown and Derek White blocked the shot, and that eventually ends the game. Boston ends up winning this game 105-98. Dallas shoots just 2 for 13 from three in the second half, while Boston was only 7 for 24, but it was better than Dallas. And Boston wins. For the Celtics, Jrue Holiday, it was a Jrue Holiday game. He was amazing. 26 points, 11 rebounds, 11 for 14 from the field. He was doing everything. Defensively, he was locked in on Kyrie Irving. Offensively, just getting easy layups and doing the easy things, you know. Jaylen Brown, another really good game, 21 and 7 assists on 8 for 15 shooting. You know, Jason Tatum, 18, 9, and 12, even though he had a bad shooting night, 6 for 22, 1 for 7 from 3. He still was rebounding. He still was trying defensively, and he was making amazing plays for his teammates, which is a big thing because, of course, after game one, we saw the press conference where Jason Kidd said, well, Jaylen Brown is their best player. You know, and a lot of people maybe thought Jason Kidd was trying to play mind games and trying to force Jason Tatum to kind of force the issue when he didn't. You know, he did have some bad shots. He did have a bad shooting night. He did have some bad shots, but he was making plays for others and didn't really let him affect him, which was big. And then Derek White, 18 as well. 12 for Porzingis off the bench. Boston shoots 45% from the field. They shoot 25% from three, only 10 for 39, but 19 for 20 from the free throw line. That's going to get it done. You know, they also won the offensive rebounding battle. They dominated the assist battle 29-21 as well. Also forced 15 Dallas turnovers in this game. And yeah, Boston was just really on it. You know, even though they shot bad, they still were finding a way to win, which is why I kind of am a little bit on the side of this might be over already. You know, Dallas, Luka, 32, 11, and 11. He did really calm down. Only had 9 points in the second half. You know, Kyrie Irving, another bad shooting night, 7 for 18, 16 points. Just can't really find a groove. They got PJ Washington, 17 and 7. Even though he only won 3, he was aggressive. Daniel Gafford had a lot better over the second half, 13 and 9. Derrick Jones had 11 points. The bench couldn't really provide for Dallas. They shot just 23% from 3, 6 for 26. And they missed 8 free throws. They lost by 7, which that's been a thing for Dallas this entire year. Playoffs, Dallas have been the worst free throw shooting team. They had a game in game 4 of OKC where they lost the game literally because they couldn't hit free throws. And this is kind of a similar thing here where Luka missed 4 free throws. You know, Gafford missed 3 free throws. Josh Green missed a free throw. You just can't win games when you miss 8 free throws. That's just not really going to happen, especially in an NBA Finals game. That's not going to happen. But, you know, I'm getting kind of a sense or maybe a feeling that this one might be over already. Not saying it's going to be a sweep. Not saying that Dallas can't take a game. And not saying Dallas can't come back in the series because they do have Luka Doncic. You know. But this one has a feeling, a little bit of a vibe, that this could be over already. I mean, this was Dallas's game. Again, Dallas, I feel like, played as best for the first half as you can. You get Luka going off for 23, Kyrie hitting a couple shots. You win the rebounding. Oh, no, you lost the rebounding battle. But you get that. You get Derrick Jones. You get PJ Washington all contributing. You get Boston shooting 20% from 3. Tatum has 5 points in the first half. Everything, I feel like almost everything goes your way. And yet you go into halftime down. That was a big telling point in this game. It's like, I feel like Dallas did everything they really could have. And they're still down going at half. And in this game, you get Luka 30-point triple-double. You get PJ Washington, you get them contributing. Yeah, you just can't really win because Jrue Holiday was a big factor in this game. Jrue Holiday just making extra plays everywhere. You know, he looks ready to go. Jaylen Brown being aggressive. You know, Porzingis didn't really have an amazing. Porzingis had 12 points off the bench. He only played 23 minutes. But when he played Porzingis, it's not like Porzingis was out there causing havoc like he did in game 1. He did have a couple blocks, did dominate that mid range. He only took 7 shots. And they still couldn't find a way. I mean, Al Horford was 1 for 3. You know, Boston, they shot 25% from 3 as a team. This is probably the worst shooting game they're going to have. 10 for 39, 25%. They had a point where they were shooting 20% from 3. And you couldn't win this game. You know, Kyrie Irving has to be a lot better. He was trying. But honestly, the Celtics just have Kyrie's number right now. Kyrie just does not look comfortable. For the first time in a long time, Kyrie Irving doesn't look comfortable out there on the court and efficient. He's getting decent shots, but all of them, he has to work for all of them. Derek White is doing an amazing. Derek White and Joe Hart are doing amazing jobs at doing their at guarding, and Kyrie just can't really get it going. And if Kyrie can't get going, then it's gonna be really hard. Gafford had a good second half. Derek Lively has been bad. Derek Lively, who's been probably arguably been the third most important player in this playoffs, Derek Lively looks dang near unplayable in this series. He's a minus 15, 2 points, 7 rebounds, 1 for 3, 2 fouls. 1 foul, 2 turnovers. He just doesn't look like he can play out there. They have to play Maxi Kleber. Maxi Kleber has been playing minutes, and Maxi Kleber in this game didn't score. He was 0 for 4, had 4 fouls in this game and 2 rebounds. So Boston is kind of forcing Dallas's hand because Derek Lively hasn't been contributing. Let's go small and put Maxi Kleber in. Maxi Kleber, Boston is going to allow Maxi Kleber to do whatever he wants. Whatever Maxi Kleber wants to do, go ahead, do it. You want to put the ball on the floor? You want to shoot? Go ahead, do it. So it's a really tough double. If Daniel Gafford, because he had a really good second half, if Daniel Gafford could continue that and move that into game 3, then that solves the problem a little bit. Just play Daniel Gafford a lot more. But it's just really, really hard when Kyrie Irving and Daniel Gafford, your second and third best player, or Kyrie Irving and Derek Lively, your second and third best player, are can't contribute like they have been, and it leaves a lot more on the plate for PJ Washington, for Derek Jones, for Daniel Gafford, for Josh Green, for Dante Exum. And Boston, honestly, is kind of living with that. Like Derek Jones, you want to take through, like PJ Washington and Derek Jones combined 1 for 8 from 3. Where in game 1, I think they combined for, I want to say 1 for 7 or something like that. Game 1, they combined for 1 for 5. So they combined for 2 for 13 from 3 in this series. And so that's pushing the agenda even more of like, Boston's like, you know what, PJ, Derek Jones, go ahead, take your threes. Put the ball on the floor. Go ahead. It's been working on our favor. So keep doing it. Josh Green, they left wide open. Dante Exum, they left wide open where he had a 3, which was an amazing pass from Luka. But if Kyrie Irving and the big men aren't contributing, Dallas doesn't really have a chance. It's going to have to be a Luka Doncic superhero performance, which was in the first half, but it calmed down in the second half. He had he had 8 turnovers in this game, a couple bad turnovers in the second half where he just like threw the ball behind his head and Jalen Brown got a steal. One where near the end when they were kind of running before Boston kind of blew the game open, where Luka just threw a lazy pass up court and Jrue Holiday got the steal, or Derek White got the steal. One of those two got the steal. Just bad decision making from Luka late in this game, which is rare to see. But at this point, it just gets a feeling like unless Kyrie and Luka have superhero performances, they both have a game where they combine for 65, 70 points or something like that. It's gonna be it's just Dallas can't win. Dallas can't win. And it's just straight up in the fact that Boston is better. That's what it is. Like, it's no disrespect to the Mavericks. There's no shot at Luka, at Kyrie. They're an amazing team. Boston is just better. They've been the best team this entire year. They've been the best team in the playoffs. They've only lost 2 games in the playoffs so far. They're 14-2. And say what you want about the team, about the run they've had, they're the best team in the league. That's just what it is. And they've shown it in this finals, kind of shutting haters up of like, we are this good. It doesn't matter who is in our way. We are this good. We can have nights where Jason Tatum shoots 27% from the field, and we win. We got nights where we shoot 25% from 3, and we win. It's just they're the better team. They're the best team, and that's just what it is. That's just what it looks like. That they are the best team in the NBA. And now they're 2 wins away from finally accomplishing the goal, winning the championship. Again, this isn't saying this is definitely over. I'm just saying it has the feeling like it is over. That it is very close to over. Now, Dallas, you have Luka and Kyrie. If Kyrie Irving can come out and find his shot, that changes a lot of things. In game 1, Kyrie had a lot of open shots that he missed. Game 2, this game, there's a lot of points in the stretch where if Kyrie Irving was just average Kyrie, this game could have been a whole lot different. But Dallas had some things that were good. But ultimately, it kind of didn't really matter in the end because they still ended up losing the game. So it's really tough, man. Again, I don't know how much Dallas can really do at this point, beside having Luka and Kyrie go superhuman, which they could. They could do. That's a real possibility, which is why it's not 100% completely over yet, is that they still have Luka and Kyrie that both can put on superhuman performances. So it's not over yet, but it's leaning. It is very Dallas. Dallas is on the ropes. Dallas is on the ropes right now, and they gotta find something in their power, some will power to come out and protect and win 2 games on their home court. They have to. It's not impossible, but it's gonna be very, very hard. But yeah, it's gonna be it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed. Once again, if you like the content around here, consider subscribing, like, turn notifications, all stuff like that. I'd really appreciate it. It really helps out a lot. And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow.